So here he is.
Yeah.
Windsong.
Windsong the hero.
He's beautiful. Beautiful.
He's fantastic. Oh, he's great.
Do you know who that is?
No, but he's beautiful.
Not the horse, the guy. That's Ethan Lowell Jr. Who? His father was only the most famous racehorse trainer ever.
What's he doing here?
Training my new horse.
He's yours?
Daddy bought him. His name's Windsong.
Windsong? But he's racing in the Bridgemont Cup on Saturday.
A horse like that doesn't race. He wins. Maybe you'll see it on TV. We'll be in the winner's circle.
If he's racing in the Bridgemont Cup, what's he doing here? Shouldn't he be at a racing stable?
Daddy doesn't trust just anyone to look after him. And now that he's the owner around here...
Owner. Pine Hollow still belongs to the Regnery.
Daddy appointed me executive student president. From now on, things are going to be different around here. No more tired old flea bags and cut-rate ponies. From now on, Pine Hollow only accepts the best.
I hear you're going to be more active around here, Veronica. It's always good to have an extra pair of hands. You can wash these. Windsong will need them for Saturday.
Believe that's Veronica's horse?
I don't get it. It's like the meaner she gets, the more good stuff happens to her.
And don't forget the executive student president thing. Come on, what does that even mean? It's not like she has any real power. Maybe we should bring it up with Mrs. Reg.
No, we'll fight our own battles.
4 down, 4 to go.
You're kidding.
I'm putting one of these in every stall. No more yelling from one end of the barn to the other. Need a stable hand? Just push the button.
Did you ask Drew or Mrs. Reg?
Why? It's Daddy's money. He said I could put whatever I want on his account.
So you're in charge of your dad's part of the stables?
Exactly. I'm managing his investment. He doesn't have time to worry about running this place.
Does that mean you can change the horse assignments?
I can do whatever I want. Why?
I'm tired of riding Bark. I want Prancer.
Consider it done.
Cool.
What was that? It was nowhere near his record time.
It was still a very good gallop.
We're not doing time trials, Mr. D'Angelo. He's just stretching his legs, getting used to his new surroundings.
We haven't got time to coddle him. You promised me a winning horse.
Then let me do my job.
I wish you would.
If I race him flat out every session, he'll have nothing left for Bridgemont.
I'm not interested in excuses. I need results.
I can see where Veronica gets it from.
Owners are the same the world over. Just make my prize position go faster.
And the more money they've paid, the less patient they are.
That's what I admire most about your dad, Ethan. He was a patient man.
That's true. Though, he didn't start out a great trainer. It took him years to develop his talent. Even longer to train a winning horse.
Did you know Ethan's dad, Mrs. Reg?
We shared a common interest in horses.
And barn dances, I heard.
Tell us more.
No, that's quite enough, I think.
We know nothing about you when you were young.
Well, that's the way it shall remain.
You can't do that!
I just did.
Max assigned Prancer to me. Don't worry, you can ride Bar. Veronica!
Lisa, don't take it personally. I've given everyone a change.
Put me on Jasper. I can't ride Comanche. They're advanced horses.
And I think you're both ready for a challenge. You'll thank me for this.
You can't do this.
Hey, what's the problem? Nothing to worry about. Drew assigns the school horses, not Veronica.
You are so wrong. I am the executive student president, and that means when it comes to students, I'm in charge. Why don't you go muck out a stall or something and leave this to me?
She's out of control.
I'll talk to Drew.
Mr. Lowell,
Yeah.
I just wanted to say I'm a huge fan. All those horses your dad trained, Eclipse, Sundancer, Moonlight's Desire. I watched all the races, and good luck with Windsong.
You're a racing fan.
More like a horse fan.
Yeah, me too.
Can't believe Windsong's at Pine Hollow.
Neither can I. Sorry, it's not what I meant. Pine Hollow's a great facility. It's just a bad idea to move a horse into a new stable days before a big race.
Why did you?
Now, you have to ask Mr. D'Angelo that one. His horse.
He probably misses his stablemates.
Hard enough for any horse to be stuck in a new environment, especially for a horse like Winsong. See, he's already high-strung.
Like any good racehorse, right?
He's the best.
If you need any help,
You spend any time around racehorses?
Yeah, I used to exercise them for David McLeod.
Like, could use some help.
Really?
Us horse fans have to stick together in this business.
She's totally out of control. It's like Veronica times 10. And I know why she did it. Because Christy wants to ride Prancer.
He's more stressed out than we thought. He hasn't even touched his food.
Putting Christy on Prancer is bad enough. What about Melanie on Comanche? Ashley on Jasper? Who's Daddy going to ride? You know what Drew should do? He should put Veronica on Buck. Or Dime.
Poor Ethan. Everyone expects him to train winners like his dad. Now he's finally got the chance with Windsong, and the D'Angelos ruin it.
The D'Angelos. Exactly. That's what I've been saying.
Windsong could be the next Secretariat, or Sundancer, or Farlap.
Why am I talking to you? You've got racehorses on the brain.
Oh, Mr. D'Angelo. I was looking for Drew.
He's in town. How can I help you?
Oh, thanks. It's a Drew thing. I'll catch him later.
Yeah, but wait. While you're here, what's this about?
New tack for the school horses.
3 new bridles and a saddle
Yeah?
for school horses.
Yeah.
We don't buy tack for school horses.
But the old tack was worn out.
Well, let the students buy their own. We're running a business here, Red, not a charity.
I understand that, Mr. D'Angelo, but the school horses belong to Pine Hollow.
And half of Pine Hollow belongs to me. From now on, you don't sign for a single carrot without my approval. Got it?
Are you sure you want to be bothered with all that small stuff?
All that small stuff can add up to big stuff if you're not careful.
Okay.
But you're right, I can't deal with everything. So when it comes to the students, you talk to my daughter, Veronica. Right?
Bit of licorice and ginseng to give you some energy.
It's not a pet, Ethan.
I realise that. I train racehorses for a living, remember?
Yes, of course. I just want to see the animal live up to our great expectations of him. Haven't seen a good performance out of him since he got here.
You will, on Saturday.
Spent a lot of money on this horse, you know.
He's worth it.
Only if he wins the Bridgemont Cup and his price goes up.
I'm doing everything I can to get him ready.
You're so tired. Where's the fire, the energy?
I was just about to try another herbal remedy and give him a leg massage.
Well, use your flaky New Age concoctions. Just do what it takes to make him win, okay?
I better get back to my chores.
I wanted to talk to you, Stevie.
What?
Pine Hollow can no longer offer you free tuition in exchange for your chores.
Well, duh. The tuition is not free. I do work in exchange.
Well, we can't afford that arrangement any longer.
I have a deal with the Regnaries. Nothing to do with you.
Oh, really? If it weren't for my family, they would have lost everything.
Stevie has to work here to pay for Belle's board.
It's nothing personal, Stevie. It's business.
You can't do that, Veronica. Stevie needs this job.
The budget is very tight. We need more paying students.
How can you afford to install intercoms if the money is so tight?
We're going to tell Drew about this.
I'll be informing Drew of my decision.
Who left this bucket here?
Oh, that's Starlight's. I was just gonna put it in as...
Do you have any idea how important Winsong's diet is? He can't eat that.
I'm sorry.
Winsong is hypersensitive. You may have just cost him the race.
She didn't mean to.
This is a valuable racehorse, not one of your school ponies. You stay away from him.
But you said I could help.
Carol, this isn't a game. No one comes near this horse except for me and Mr. D'Angelo.
Did that just happen? Because it felt like a bad dream. It wasn't your fault. He totally overreacted. Did he? But what if Winsong actually does get sick from Starlight's food? It was an accident, Carol. You didn't feed it to him on purpose.
Ethan's just under a lot of pressure. A few mouthfuls of Starlight's food are not going to make a huge difference.
You don't get it. His diet is so important. One change could throw him off. Wait a minute.
What?
He wasn't eating anything before.
Maybe Starlight's food tastes better.
Or maybe he's feeling better.
See?
And I just wrecked it. I have to go check on him.
You can't.
She's right. You should chill for a while. But I have to go see if he's okay.
What if they catch you?
I'll go. What? Nobody told me to stay away from Winsong. Wow, you were one thirsty horse. Keep your hair on, I'll get you some more.
What are you doing?
Don't do that, you scared me.
Stevie, Mr. D'Angelo and Ethan are on the warpath. No one is supposed to go near Winsong except them.
Yeah, okay, I know. But I was just walking past and noticed that his water bucket was empty.
I just filled it.
Well, he drank it and was asking for a refill, so
Feed's gone too.
Really? So does that mean he's okay? I mean, Carol didn't wreck his diet or anything.
You can tell Carol that Winsong's fine. He's eating, drinking, and no, she didn't wreck him.
Great. Thanks.
What are you two doing? Didn't you read the memo?
Memo?
No one touches anything without asking me first.
We were just taking our saddles out.
Why?
To tack up our horses.
Max and Drew may have forced you to work, but we D'Angelos don't believe that paying students should have to do manual labor.
But I want to tack up my own horse.
How are we supposed to learn otherwise?
You're here to learn how to ride, not to become stable hands.
Because no one would want to become a stable hand, would they?
That's not what I meant. But anyway, from now on, students ride and stable hands work. Got it?
So basically, you're throwing the Regnary's whole philosophy out the window.
What philosophy?
I'm sure Drew will be very happy to share it with you.
That's more like it.
Looks pretty good, doesn't he?
Good. He's like a different horse.
Miss Red told me you were worried. What's wrong?
I don't know. It's just, how can a horse change so much so suddenly?
Well, he's just got his appetite back. Horses react to change, like people.
I know. I thought that at first. When he wasn't eating. Now he's pigging out. And then he wasn't drinking. Now he's practically like a camel.
Don't you worry about Winsong. My guess is that he's finally settled in. Decided that Pine Hollow isn't such a bad place after all.
I guess you're right. Like I'm an expert on racehorses anyway.
Veronica. A number of people have come to me with complaints about the way you've been treating them.
Who?
That's not important. The point is that you can't tell Red
What did he tell you?
or any of the staff what to do. You're not their boss.
Well, I'm the executive student president.
Yes. And that doesn't give you the right to change long-term arrangements between the stables and the pupils.
But we can't afford that arrangement with Stevie.
I'll be the judge of that.
Well, I was just trying to cut costs.
If you want to spend your dad's money on intercoms, I can't stop you. Okay? But these are still my stables, and you won't bully my staff and my students. These are the horse assignments for Friday's lesson. Any changes are made by me. You pull another stunt like that last one, and you can find yourself another instructor. Are we clear?
I take my responsibilities very seriously, but it seems I'm the only one. Drew speaks to me as if I'm like everybody else around the place. Are you listening?
Yeah, I agree with you. They should have more respect. What did your dad say?
Well, this you really won't believe. First, he tells me he's not prepared to defend my position with Drew. Then he tells me I'm spending too much money.
Unbelievable.
All he cares about is this stupid horse race. It's like his whole future depends on it.
Imagine. I gotta go. You wanna ride?
Nah, my mum's picking me up.
See you later.
Bye.
Heavy it is, the head that wears the crown.
Like you'd know. What?
What is it that you really want, Veronica? You see, knowing as I do, the real you, I often get confused when I see you behaving like a horse's...
Excuse me? I saved Pine Hollow. If my father hadn't have piled all that money into the place, there'd be a for sale sign over the entrance right now.
That was a fine thing you did for them. A generous gift.
A very generous gift.
But a real gift doesn't demand any payment now, does it?
I've thought of what it is I want, Scooter.
Oh.
I'll have another strawberry shake, thanks. And don't hold back on the malt.
Don't ever change, Veronica.
Easy, Winsong, easy. This should take the swelling down in your leg.
Ethan,
Carol,
I just wanted to say sorry. I should have been more careful with Starlight's food.
don't worry about it. I'm sorry I freaked out on you. I'm just under a lot of pressure right now.
I know.
A horse like Winsong only comes along once in a trainer's career. And only if he's really lucky.
You really love him, don't you?
Yeah, we understand each other.
Why'd you sell him to Mr. D'Angelo?
That's the business. Can't keep them all.
Veronica's dad isn't exactly a horse lover, is he?
He's a businessman. He's just doing his job.
He looks restless.
Raring to go.
Are those hives?
Yeah, just nerves.
They look sore and itchy.
Carol, relax. It's fine.
Don't know what it is about him, but he really gets under my skin.
Maybe you like him.
He's arrogant, totally full of himself. And he's
Cute.
Irish. That silly one-sided grin and the way his eyes all crinkle up. It's so unfinished.
Yeah.
Hey, what are you doing?
I'm taking a bridle and a saddle.
Not without signing them out first.
I don't have time for all that paperwork nonsense, Veronica. Get real.
It's the only way to be sure people aren't stealing the gear.
Come on. But you know everyone here.
Really?
Yes. You're just doing all this to be a horse's butt.
You just don't understand how to run a stable. That's why you're a stable hand, and you always will be a stable hand.
Veronica! How could you say that about Red?
What?
Red, wait! She didn't mean it.
Yes, she did.
I'll make her say sorry.
Don't worry about it, Christy. Pine Hollow has changed. I'm reconsidering my future here.
I'm glad you're not a racehorse, Starlight. So much pressure. Everybody depending on you to win. But you'd never give up your crunchies, would you? I thought we were alone.
Ethan? What's wrong?
It's okay. It's gonna be all right. It's just me. What's wrong?